Welcome friends to what is the first of a 4-part series investigating the life of one of the most popular and respected characters in Elder Scrolls lore, Emperor Uriel Septim VII. So, without further ado, grab a drink or a snack, relax, and let's get started.
I was born 87 years ago. For 65 years I've ruled as Tamriel's emperor. But for all these years, I've never been the ruler of my own dreams. I have seen the gates of oblivion, beyond which no waking eye may see. Behold, in darkness, a doom sweeps the land. This is the 27th of last seed, the year of Akatosh 433. These are the closing days of the Third Era, and the final hours of my life.
In the year 433 of the Third Era, we began our adventure in Cyrodil, in the Elder Scrolls IV Oblivion. And with the monumental mod currently in progress by the team at Beyond Skyrim Cyrodil, PC players will once more be able to immerse themselves in nostalgia in the Imperial province of Cyrodil, once more with improved visuals in their handcrafted recreation. So for those that know me well, will already know how much I enjoy exploring in depth the history and characters of our video game worlds. And where better to look than our very own Emperor Uriel Septim VII. Emperor Uriel Septim VII was born in the year 346 of the Third Era, and was the 21st ruler of the Empire of Tamriel. With the exception of the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim, he's featured heavily in the Elder Scrolls series as a whole, which we will cover in a later video, but he's arguably best known for his appearance in the Elder Scrolls IV Oblivion. Uriel was the son of Pelagius Septim VI, who died in the year 368 of the Third Era, leaving Uriel to assume the throne at 22 years of age. During this time, Tamriel was in the midst of a long process of unification between the provinces and was close to becoming a fully fledged confederate state. As a young and aspiring new emperor, Uriel attempted to continue the integration by pursuing bold and aggressive policies within the empire and on its fringes. To assist us in our investigation into the early years of Uriel's life, we can look to the book A Short Life of Uriel Septim by Rufus Hayne. The early decades of Uriel's life were marked with aggression, expansion and consolidation of imperial influence throughout the empire, especially in the eastern provinces of Morrowind and Blackmarsh. There the empire's power was limited and imperial culture was weak, as the native customs were strong and staunchly opposed to assimilation. During this period, Uriel greatly benefited from the arcane support and the shrewd counsel of his close advisor, the Imperial battle mage Jagar Tharn. With further study, it is clear that Tharn was a powerful and arrogant Bosmer mage from southern Valenwood, who made devastating use of his staff, the Staff of Chaos. Uriel was then married to Princess Kala Voraya. Though a beautiful and charming woman who was much loved and admired by the people, the Empress in private was a deeply unpleasant and ambitious, grasping person. Uriel found himself subjugated in his relationship and came to regret his mistake of marriage. He was repelled by her, and thus he fathered an illegitimate son named Martin, who we may all remember for his great significance at a later date. The relationship gradually grew more bitter, and their 3 children were bear witness to this unhappy marriage. Through this time, however, it became evident that Uriels possessed an agile mind, and had outstripped his masters in the skill of threat and diplomacy. With an example of his success, as he managed to co-opt the House of Clalaw, one of the great houses of Morrowind, as an advance guard in assisting the presence of imperial culture and economic development in Morrowind. House Clalaw is led by traders and merchant princes, and unlike many of the other great houses of Morrowind, prefers to use Imperials and Red Guards as mercenaries, naturally gaining an infamous reputation in Morrowind as being untrustworthy. However, during this time, Uriel grew in self-assurance. Blinded by his pride, he was unaware of the dark plot which would be set against him. For his trusted counsel, Jagar Tharn, had purchased the complete trust of Uriel. And in his strive for power and jealousy of the Emperor, with the help of his Staff of Chaos, Tharn betrayed and imprisoned Uriel in the Plains of Oblivion, with an aim to usurp the throne for himself. For normally, when the Emperor of Tamriel dies, the Elder Council is magically informed by the Amulet of Kings, and meets to select a successor. But by sequestering Uriel Septim in another dimension, where time ran slower, Tharn prevented this from happening. He then broke the staff into 8 pieces, and hid them in other provinces of Tamriel. Using his powerful and skillful knack for illusion, he took on the visage of Uriel Septim, and ruled the Empire, replacing the Emperor's Guard with servants of Daedra. With Jagar Tharn and his ill deeds now secretly on the throne of the Empire, this would lead to the Dark Period, known as the Imperial Simulacrum, with the people of the Empire now completely oblivious to the fact that Emperor Uriel Septim VII was now trapped in torment in the Daedric world of fire and horror. So in this video, we'll cover the background information of Uriel's early years as Emperor. And in part 2, we'll explore his imprisonment on the Plains of Oblivion. I do hope this video was in any way informative or enjoyable. And if you have any feedback or additional information, please feel free to leave it in the comment section below. Until next time, see ya.